Hey everybody, welcome back to Rando Reads. My name is Rando, and I'm running off of coffee. And because of that, we're going to be reading the top posts from the past month in r/Tumblr. Let's get into it. Insulin. My insulin fell out of the fridge, and my kid put it back in the freezer, by mistake, and thereby destroyed. And insurance won't replace it, so that's $800, which luckily I have, because if I didn't, I'd simply die, which is what happened to one of my students, so time to get to work. Just a reminder that Frederick Barting discovered the process to synthesize insulin and sold the patent for $1 because it was so important to him that it'd be widely available and easily mass-produced. Yes, you should be angry. That sucks. Being someone who I hope never has to go on it, though I'm scarily close to it in life, that hurts. Next, here we go. It's all about perspective. 2020, the economy is in shambles. 2021, yo bro, the economy is in shambles. Doing it on our terms. If only. 2020 and so far 2021 has been a shit year so far. There have been so many stock shortening posts. I'm sorry for adding this one to the mix. Pharmaceutical giant. This medicine costs $3 to make, but I'm selling it to sick people for $300 because I know that they just can't refuse to buy it. Rich people. That is a smart business strategy. Reddit user. These Gamestop shares cost me $3 each, but I'm selling them to short investors for $300 each because I know that they can't just refuse to buy it. Rich people. The horror! Government, put a stop to this. Yeah. GameStop stocks are an anomaly at the finest. That is... coffee. It fuels the life. Alright. Here's this one. Where is the lie? I hate how people in the Cruella trailer, she's all, people try to hold me down. I am a woman. Hear me roar. As though people are opposing her for being misogynistic reasons, and not because her primary motivation is skinning puppies. Margaret Thatcher. Ding dong, the wicked bitch is dead. Alright. EU. European culture is hating all other European nations. Like, yeah, we're at peace, we're cooperating, no tensions or anything, but if I ever have to talk to a goddamn Belgian, waffles are better than windmills. I will annex you. That is... that is something special. Yeehaw. Remember the before times? I was just remembering how you'd be out with a friend, you'd each order a different cocktail, and you'd ask, what'd you get? And they'd read the description off the menu, and you'd be like, ooh, that sounds good. And then they'd say, try it. Then you'd have a little sip of their drink, and they'd have a little sip of your drink. And you'd decide which one was best. And you wouldn't give each other a life-threatening respiratory infection. Yeah, the world right now is just kind of screwed up. I give y'all permission, too. Okay then. Yes, here we go. Police got behind me, and my next left was a cemetery. I turned in that cemetery, and he turned in too. I went to somebody named Jerry, grave, and broke down crying. I'm sorry, Jerry. I was in a jam. I give anyone reading this permission to use my grave to lie to cops. Yeah, that's good. Nice guys. Oh, this is a big one. Here we go. We've bought a new house, and our new next-door neighbor, two delightful gentlemen, will not stop being nice. They brought us a seagull-proof reuse bag. Wait, seagull-proof refuse bag. Yes, they are actual things. Loaned us garden tools when we didn't have any. Invited us around for Friday night drinks so we could meet the other people on the lane. One of them brought me a bunch of sweet pea flowers that he'd picked from his garden. And tomorrow he's coming to cut our hedge for us with his electric hedge trimmer thing. I don't know. And all I have to do is hold the ladder. Basically, I am unsettled and I am now having to enter into the arms race of niceness. And I'm already so behind. Oh, God. Long story short, I just baked a lemon drizzle cake and it looks great, but I can't even eat it because Mr. and Mr. Nice must receive an offering. absolute crisis. I gave them the lemon drizzle, and then they invited me in to have a slice and coffee with them, and gave me a tour of their house, and let me hold their puppy, and then they came around to help me pack up the hedge clippings. These men are niceness pros, and I cannot win. Help. We had an hour-long power cut on the street, and in that time, the other Mr. Nice came around with matches and candles, just in case you didn't have any. It was barely dark. Bastards, I'm gonna have to host a dinner party, aren't I? The gay agenda, everyone? Yeah. Like, that's a certain, like, that's part of, like, culture of where I live, is, like, if someone's nice to you, you essentially have to be nice back. So, at least that's how we're all stereotyped. Their aesthetics aren't compatible. In Skyrim, I married a homeless man, and even though we are married and he lives in my huge fucking house, he still wears rags and asks me to give him 1 gold whenever I see him. Just another Tuesday in r/relationships. That's pretty good. The human body doesn't need to be sexualized to be appreciated. Our bodies are different works of art. Listen up, everyone. You're an art model. Does that mean you're naked? Yeah. Whoa. Those lucky artists. Winky face. Buddy. I don't know who started the idea that life drawing classes have anything sexy going on like. There's at least 10 people in the room, and we're all tired and covered in charcoal. The dude in front who's staring at my boobs has been trying to get the shading right for 10 minutes. He's almost out of paint. He is crying. This is why I don't like art. I mean, having to make art. Some art's actually pretty fun. Couples therapy. Anyone down to take couples counseling and see at what point the therapist realizes we don't even know each other? Idiots to lovers. 20k words. Angst with a happy ending. I mean, yeah. Mr. Hyde. I love how it's the strange case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. As in, yeah, they are basically 2 sides of the same person, but only one has a doctorate. Hashtag unless your bitch-ass second personality helped you write that thesis, it is your fucking doctorate. How many PhDs does Hulk have? 0. How many PhDs does Banner have? 7. I do not get the reference. That's just a thing. I'm like, Pigeon. Today I learned that B.F. Skinner, a famous psychologist, instilled superstitions in pigeons by giving them food in a cage at set time intervals. And I skipped right past it. The pigeons responded by forming rituals which they believed brought them the food, such as bobbing their heads or turning counterclockwise. Pigeon religion. I mean, there's monkeyism. Does that count? Oh, true love. Did it hurt? Kiss. Did what hurt? When you broke through the Earth's crust ascending from hell. I am yours. These are... It's Tumblr, people. It's Tumblr. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? If he writes her a few sonnets, he loves her. If he writes her 300 sonnets, he loves sonnets. My English professor. No, my English teacher never said that. Here we go. I think about this quote all the time, and I feel like it explains a lot about things about human behavior. Coffee. It works for either. Depression soup. Shared by Gilbert Gola, Grand Rapids, Minnesota. So, to make depression soup, you get a 1/3 cup ketchup, 2/3 cup boiling water. Combine in a mug, stir, and you have depression soup. Hashtag mildly interesting. Found a very sad recipe in my mom's old depression cookbook via coffee and contemplate. Took me a moment to realize they depression as in the area of depression and not the emotional state of being. But, like, it works either way. Future is here. The wind-powered cargo ship is set to change the way we ship goods across oceans. The model is very practical and is looking at a possible launch in 2024. Wow, that's actually... It looks very weird. It looks like a bird. Wind-powered ships? What a time to be alive! We really are in the future. Yeah, as if sailboats didn't exist. If more than half your class fails, you failed as a teacher. I remember in college this shit happened in my physics class, and the teacher got emotional and said we didn't fail the test, she failed us. She went back over everything, and then a ton of people got A's and B's. I still got like a 63 on that motherfucker, but you can't save everybody. Ah, this is a retweet. The highest test score was a 47. The class just shocked. Nice. My best/favorite teacher would literally take off the points for a question that the majority of the class got wrong from the total on the test, and then hold a lesson on the topic because she realized if 90% of her students didn't know the answer, then she hadn't done a good job. Teachers like that deserve more. They do. Where is he getting them? I'm opening 50 Shades of Grey to a random page and posting what I find. Part 9. Christian Grey put his thumb in my mouth, and then the other one, and then 2 more. Wider, he said as he put in 1 more. I bet you've never had this many thumbs in your mouth. I hadn't. Where is he getting all those thumbs? Yes. Boom. In a better world where bullshit gets checked. Okay, so you thought the boy made a bomb? Yes. And instead of evacuating the school, you pulled him out of class, arrested him in front of everybody, then interrogated him on the premise without getting the children to safety. So we're going to put you up for criminal endangerment to this entire school. Well, maybe we didn't really think it was a bomb. Oh, okay, so instead you lied to police and federal authorities in order to bring up false charges against a minor for kicks? I mean, you're basically picking between which charges you'd like to go up on here. Let me know so we can get the paperwork right. What the fuck? Okay, I'm genuinely confused about that. What the fuck? Catholic school. By the user Expert Accident. Oh boy. Catholic school speedrun. During the first liturgy, if you slap the communion wine out of the priest's hands and collapse at his feet, hollering in tongues, you can clip right through the floor and go straight to hell. Funny story, when my dad was in Catholic school, the teacher said the only true swear word is the Lord's name in vain. And my dad replied, so does that mean you can say ass? So he got whipped with a ruler. Technically, you should be able to, because in the Bible itself, it does say ass, because ass is a slang term for a donkey. So technically, he is not in the wrong there. Yeah, it makes sense. That's cute. Ruined childhood. Special instructions. Send your cutest delivery boy. Twin Q. Ordering pizza. So, this is what I do every time, and then last time I did it, I got a call from an old Chinese man saying, I'm the only one working. Is it okay if I come? You got a $20 tip. And yes, I am aware. I did just offend a number of people. There's the fucker. So, the head of a statue. Oh, okay. There's just someone casual inside. That's the weak cunt responsible for me mental illness. You always have that one guy. You have that guy in your head at all times. Just, he sucks. Improvise and adapt. If a guy ever spreads a rumor that he slept with you, don't deny it. 1, because there will always be people who think it's true. And 2, because that dumbass boy just handed you the power to say anything you want about what he's like in bed. And people will believe it. Say he bleats like a sheep when he orgasms. Say he put on pearl earrings and asked you to call him Daisy. Say he couldn't get up until he watched an old Billy Mace infomercial. The power is yours. This is my new favorite post. Men, don't do this. But, ladies, if someone does do this to you, absolutely make fun of them. Van Gogh, go burr. Van Gogh ate yellow paint because he was suicidal, Karen. If Van Gogh had antidepressants, we wouldn't have his art. We'd have a lot more of his work, Karen. And who the fuck cares about what we get from him? He deserved to be well, Karen. He cut off his ear for a woman because he was mentally ill, Karen. I swear to God, Karen. That was... Ugh. Black Widow. Okay, but also, can we talk about the episode where Natasha was a vampire? And she ran into a mirror. Again, I don't get it. Oh, Black Window. I am apparently illiterate. But nope, I still don't get it. Technically, I'm still being productive. Me finishes a task that wasn't on my to-do list. Adds the task to the list just to cross it off afterwards. Yeah. I agree, that is me. Rip Pluto. I think it's a universal truth that everyone in our generation takes Pluto's losing its planetary status as a personal offense. Yes. Pluto was smaller than Russia. Why did we ever consider it a planet? Because it is a part of our solar system. Ohana means family. Ohana means no one is left behind. Yeah, fair enough. Ice cream cold. Uses microwave. Stares dumbfounded. Sometimes I blow on my ice cream before I take a bite. I have no idea why. Brain. Food is very temperature. Also brain. No worry. Learn from soup. Know what to do. This is the tone in which my brain talks about everything. Yes. Yes. Well, we know he can work his way to the top. As the current record holder for the highest score in Donkey Kong, Hank Chin is legally fourth in line to be president of Taiwan. The way this sentence is phrased makes it sound like the fact that he is the Donkey Kong high score record holder is what makes him eligible to be the president of Taiwan. I love that. That is... yes. Coffee. Different story with polar bears. Oh no, this is... no. Wasn't this bitch in the house? Literally America. Yep. America. What's your favorite genre of handwriting? Anyone else remember being a child and seeing the very neat handwriting of other little girls and somehow knowing that you were a different genre of person than they were? Literally no. I remember seeing bad handwriting and thinking, oh, these other kids must be orphans or something. Fascinating to hear from the other genre. Thanks for your contribution. Okay then. The Exclusionists boomer joke. Guys, I'm going to make a hot take. This whole I wish I could be with a woman, but instead I'm stuck with my stupid gross husband/boyfriend sentiment I see repeated in bi circles is just the progressive queer version of the boomer I hate my wife jokes. I can see it. Some things never change. Conversation I had with a 96-year-old woman. You know how your parents proudly say things like, you were born with the internet, you don't know what it's like to live without? Yeah? Well, my parents said that to me about electricity. That is good. I am glad. That went from 0 to 100. Lemony Snicket's advice on writing a nice thank you note. Do not start with the thank you. Start with any other sentence. If you first say, thank you for the nice sweater, you can't imagine what to write next. Say, it was so wonderful to come home from school to find this nice sweater. Thank you for thinking of me on Arbor Day. Then you're done. I recommend learning how to write a very good thank you note. A child who can write a nice thank you note can turn into a cocaine dealer 5 years later and be remembered as a child who wrote nice thank you notes. We are going forward in life. Yes. The most philosophical road. A dog will lick his butt but won't eat a pickle road. This is an actual road in Fountain, Colorado. I drive past this on my way to the barn and I laugh every single time. I would too. Sloth. I want 6 pet sloths so I can name them after every sin except for sloth. Today my wife texted me this, and then I immediately called me to make sure I got it because it was an urgent message. It was. Bingus. What's a gender-neutral word that you could use for your spouse? Wasband? Hyph? Wasband? I may be stupid. This is the text version of looking for your glasses when they're on your head. Oh, I know that feeling. God damn it. Today I learned the etymology of the world's most recognizable word, okay, comes from the fad in the 1830s, where people purposefully misspelt all correct as all correct. It was a fucking meme. And I am way too close to my microphone. I hope you like it. Math problem or love story? Yesterday, this girl in my academic writing class sits down next to me and puts 3 bananas on the desk, which was drawing by itself. And I had 2 bananas in my backpack, so I wanted to see if she would notice if I added those to her banana pile. when she wasn't looking, and when she finally looked back at the banana, she sighed and said really quietly to herself, "Oh my god, I have so many," and put all 5 of them in her backpack. Okay, it's not that funny. It is that fucking funny. I mean, Doggo. My friend's dogs pick up a pillow every time someone enters the house. Hashtag human, you are here, would you like a pillow? That actually seems like a really smart idea. I bet you these dogs used to bark like crazy whenever someone approached the door. Training an animal to stop doing something is way harder than training an animal to start doing something. Most of the time. So, solution, train the dogs to start doing something like, say, picking up a pillow whenever someone approaches the door. And as a side effect, they don't bark at the person because A, they're distracted searching for the pillow, and B, it's kind of hard to bark when you've got a pillow in your mouth. That is seriously brilliant. My parents' dog has a whole crate of stuffed toys, and he picks one for every visitor. The beagle toy is the default, but he will often dig through the box trying to find the right toy. He often brings me the crocodile, which I bought for him, or a large frog. He also has 4 pigs, and those are for special friends. Only family members are greeted with the biggest toy he has, the Great Pig of Honor. I have never loved dogs more than this moment. Yep. Home Depot. Oh dear. Releases pack of dads into Home Depot. Go. Be free. Invasive species encroach on lesbian territory. This is a common misconception because they are such similar environments, but you should be aware that dads are native to Home Depot, while lesbians are actually native to Lowe's. At this point, however, both dads and lesbians have made themselves at home in both Home Depot and Lowe's, to the point that trying to separate them back to their original ranges would probably do more harm than good to the delicate ecosystem of large-chain hardware stores. I mean, yeah. But, to wrap it up, this is the way. It's embarrassing to have my mask off now. That's too intimate. My coworkers don't know me like that. Yep, makes sense. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. This was, I hope, a start to my channel back again. I don't know. But yes. Have a day. Subscribe. There's a Discord. Join, please. I'm lonely. And have a day. Quick editor's note, because I forgot this in the end of the recording. There is a second channel, link in the description, my Twitter in the description, and there is a Twitch, however I don't stream, so hopefully one day I can. Anyways, for real though, have a day.